Hi guys! Alrighty, so today, day 6, we have almost made it a full week in the Year in a Day program. Super excited. As you can tell right now, it's my bum day with my hubby's sweatshirt, so I'm all comfy. So, let's get started. Today, I don't have a lot to tell you about. Today is one of those days that having the book is very helpful. It's day 6. It's on page 9, and it's called Wicca and Shamanism, and it basically goes through and explains what a shaman is and how Wicca is a shamanic spiritual path, and it kind of goes into telling you why. It gives you different hallmarks of the shamanic experience. And then it talks about madmen, and then it gives you a few different things on what to write about. One of them is to describe in writing your own calling to the witch's path. Take note of which of the shamanic hallmarks describe your own experience, which I'll read off what the different hallmarks are. And then the other one is we all have characteristics of both the shaman and the madman. In what ways are you a shaman? And in what ways are you a madman or a mad woman? So the hallmarks of the shamanic experience are a traumatic incident, such as a near-death experience, lucid dreams, visions, or near-psychotic breaks, which typically occur in childhood, a close relationship with nature, demonstration of natural psychic, magical, or healing abilities, the ability to spontaneously move between the worlds of physical and non-physical reality. This usually entails extended periods of disorientation induced either by trance, drumming, dancing, or psychoactive herbs. The ability to understand the underlying spiritual or energetic nature of all things, both animate and inanimate. The ability to receive intuitive message, whether in the form of words, images, or sensations from both the seen and unseen sources. The ability to harness spiritual power, and the ability to cause change through unseen or magical means. So that first question, which was describe your own calling to the witch's path and take note of which of those hallmarks describe your own experience. Those are the hallmarks we're talking about. And then the madman is... The madman is someone that goes off into the other world and is never heard from again. A madman cannot maintain balance, nor can he or she perceive a difference between physical and spiritual realities. The madman cannot come back to everyday reality and function effectively within the community. When mad, an individual lacks stability in work, in relationships with other people, and in states of mind. Whereas the shaman has a degree of control over his or her otherworldly experience. They can move between the worlds and can still function effectively in both mundane and spiritual worlds. And not only can they converse with spirits, but they can function concretely and practically within the framework of society. So the madman and the shaman are basically polar opposites. And so the question was, in what ways are you like the shaman, and in what ways are you like the madman? Because we have both. And so, like I said, it is really difficult for me to completely explain all of this without reading it to you. But it basically, like I said, goes over how Wicca is a shamanic spiritual path. It talks about what a shaman is, how it's a spiritual leader who serves many important functions within a society. You know, they can be a priest, a mystic, a counselor, a magician, a healer. All of those are considered a shaman. It talks about the gods of the shaman and how they're more totemic, and how they take forms such as stones, plants, animals, humans, spirits. They're not necessarily gods as people would think of them, kind of like Christian gods where they're up and they're unreachable. They're more here. Kind of like pagans see how everything has a spirit. They talk about the shaman's different powers and where they come from. They also talk about the shamanic path and how one does not choose to become a shaman. Just like one does not really actively choose the path of the witch. Normally, those kind of magical paths choose the individual. And you could ask just about any witch or any, even any pagan for that matter, how you came to find your path. And most of them will say, well, I was Christian, I was this, I was some other path, and something happened, some event happened to bring them to the world of paganism, or the world of witchcraft, or the world of Wicca. Normally, that place finds them. It can even be as simple as searching for something on YouTube and a video popping up randomly about Wicca and you watching it and it just completely hitting home with you, to something as ridiculous as, well, it's not ridiculous, but like with my story, I was always into anything occult. So I loved, from a young age, I loved anything having to do with magic. When I was younger, I had a little, if you guys have ever seen Hocus Pocus, it was one of my favorite movies, and I would get like these little tiny books, like notebooks, and I'd get those like googly eyes, and I'd tape one or glue it on there so that it was kind of like the book from Hocus Pocus, and I'd write all my spells in it on the bus going to school. And I was always into ghosts. I mean, I wanted all of it to be real so bad. And so one day I was looking up spells online because somebody told me there was a place where you could get real spells. And I actually came across, because this, and I can't even remember, I think it was called spellsandmagic.com, and if you go to that place now, it's not exactly legit. But I ended up coming across, it was Dorothy Morrison's, it was my very first book I ever had. There it is. It was The Craft. Hold on. This, right here. I ended up coming across it, and I asked for it for Christmas from my parents, and after reading it, I came to find out that witches were real, and it was a real practice, and a real religion, and everything I read completely hit home with me. And then I went and got The Solitary Witch, and then Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft, and I mean, I just indulged in it. And I mean, it just seems like everything after that just happened for a reason, and it really did. I mean, I've just always been into it since I was little, and I don't know where it ever came from, because none of my family is into anything like that. Everybody just kind of looks past it. Nobody wants to watch ghost stuff. Nobody wants to... So I don't know where it came from, but it's always been with me, and then I found out it was an actual thing when I was young, and went from there. So, I mean, it really is... What I'm trying to say is it really is all about how the path chooses the practitioner, because it really does. And so they talk about that. Typically these experiences emerge spontaneously and often follow events such as near-death experiences, fever, falling from great heights, light deafening. But like I said, that's kind of shaman stuff. More the path of the witch is kind of a little bit more of what I was talking about, just like some kind of aha moment. Yeah, so that's basically what today was the 2 questions that I had. And you can also, if you want to for today, it'd probably be good, because it's just a page and a half, it'd probably be good to do a little bit more research about shamanism, and it's linked to witches and witchcraft, because for me, I've always seen shamans as being something completely different than witches, and I don't really know why I always thought that. So today is a day that I'm actually going to go through and do some more research on shamans and write down exactly what they are and their link to witches. So tomorrow is day 7. Tomorrow's a full week, and we are going to be going over witches and sacred symbols. And then after that, we'll be going into meditation. So I hope you guys have a great day 6, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!